Hey, hello. Thank y'all for joining me today. So I see a lot of new names. I don't know how long I will be able to stay on this live, but I did want to come on today because, hey, Nicole, a lot of things have been going on that I've been made aware of, and we need to talk about it. So, hey, Miss Joan. Hey, Nicole. Okay. Let's let a few more people get in here before I start talking about everything. Some of y'all have heard it over and over again, and I apologize for that. Hey, Lisa. So, those who haven't, we'll go over that in just a minute. But I like to get a few more people in here, and it just keeps you from having to hear the same things over and over again. Will Jesus pay for the genocide of American Indian people to steal our land? Okay, so this is interesting, David Garcia. Thank you for this question because for months I have been having visions of this reunification of people, and a lot of us have been working behind the scenes and have been guided by the Creator, a lot of us through near-death experiences. And to answer your question in short, the earth will heal. Things will happen exactly like they need to happen so justice can prevail and so the earth can heal. And a lot of things, I want to say this, that some of the things that I have to sit with are really uncomfortable, and I feel the need to share everything with everyone. However, I promised some things when I got to keep the knowledge that I came back with. A few of those things were that I would never cause fear. I wouldn't go into conspiracy theories, even if they were true, and I would only speak what I knew to be true. So a lot of that has just been about sharing my experience and sharing the knowledge that I do have. So let's see, we've got enough people in here. Let me tell y'all a little bit about myself. My name is Erica, and about 10 years ago, I was placed on hospice with a rare, incurable, terminal disease called multisystem atrophy or Shide-Drager syndrome. And I was fully expected to pass away within 6 months to a year. At the end of that year, I did not pass away. So I decided that I had two choices, to give in or to give it all I got. And so I chose the latter and gave it everything I had, put everything towards my healing and my recovery journey. So I started these new experimental treatments, and that made me healthy enough to carry and deliver a child after I got off of hospice. At the time of her birth and my C-section, something went really wrong, and I lost all the blood in my body and lost my life for over a minute. I was shown so many things at the time of my death. I was met by my dad and my grandmother's energy, not their physical bodies. But every belief system that I had been taught to believe was wrong. And if you can imagine, like hundreds or computers up and all the windows open, and then it's on a thumb drive and it's just placed directly into your mind. That was what I'm calling a download. Okay, so I've received all this overwhelming amount of knowledge to kind of sift through. And what I want to say before I start opening up this for questions is that whether you remember it or not, each of us has had a death experience in our past. You may not remember it, but it is one of the most sacred, beautiful, loving, peaceful experiences that you can ever imagine. The only thing that I have comparable to explaining it is bringing life into the world. So, there's a lot that I want to talk about today. A lot of us have been working on healing ourselves and healing each other, holding time and space for each other to heal and really make some important connections outside of social media. So I want to say this. Death is nothing to be feared. It is a loving, peaceful experience where you understand the laws, the universal laws of interconnectedness. And what I mean by that is that we are all connected. And when we choose the best and highest good for ourselves, we choose that for others. And so, my father, at one point, I'm sorry if y'all have heard this story, but some of y'all haven't, I know. My father, at the time, I was very young, and he was undereducated because he was one of 11 children, and they even grew up in a small, rural, conservative Christian area where their parents were struggling. They were struggling. They were impoverished. They lived in a tiny little house that housed 14 people. And I heard a lot of my Meemaw's stories growing up, and I thought, wow, how could she ever make it through that? And now I understand throughout my lifetime, everything that happens to us is happening for us and for the highest good. And you have to have an understanding of that, because when you can take any kind of pain and transmute that into power, and any kind of hardship that you go through, listen, it's been brought to my attention through many of you that we've revoked consent, right? We've done that over and over and over again. And my dad has brought that up every time that I'm on a live. Like, please do that consent revocation. Please do this. It's important, and you don't even understand the power it holds. So we've done that time and time again. But yesterday, and through a conversation and connection that I have with a friend of mine, a brother really, we were discussing this, and I asked for clarification. Why do we need to keep doing this consent revocation? Like, what is the big deal about this? And I have not made myself extremely clear on this. So I need to start by saying this, okay? If you're new here, just bear with me for a minute, okay? My dad used to work he was offered this deal, a trade, if you will. I was identified as a small child as gifted, and which we all are gifted at the time when we're really little. And then throughout time, our gifts are slowly removed from us. Our intuition is slowly removed from us. And this is done very intentionally by programs and media, just anything you can think of in your direct environment, okay? So he is desperately trying to make things right. And he has given me this. Okay, I want to say this. Because I promised that I would never create fear and only speak about what I know, that has prevented me from saying some things that I want to say. Okay, because I made these promises. And part of this is for my own protection. And part of this is to protect others, okay? So I want to say this. I've seen some events that will take place as part of the earth heals, okay? The healing is going to take place much quicker than anyone ever anticipated. And this healing will look like anybody's healing. It is not going to be beautiful until we complete the transformation. There are things that I've been made aware of and seen that, let's see how we put this, okay, that could look scary all around us. And it's not hard to see that if you're looking to the media or to the news or to Facebook even. Like, things can be they can look pretty rough. But I want you I want to make this promise to you that this is part of a healing process and a healing journey. And all of the darkness and greed and control that has existed for millennia could not be ushered in to all the light and love that is about to exist. In future, this will be referred to as the Great Awakening of the Pleistocene Era. I am not fearful. I have experienced death and know it's one of the most beautiful experiences we can have. However, I do want to say this, that no matter what humans have to go through, I'm emotional today because my dad has been like with me all morning and it's pretty intense at times. I want to say this. I have not been really clear about the consent revocation because I didn't know the true power of it. I want you to understand that humans are resilient. You can look at my story and know this is fact. I have been through homelessness. I have been through I've been through disease. I've been through addiction. I've been through hospice. I've been through surgeries. I've been through sepsis. I've been through fungus infections in my lungs. I've been through all of these things that seem like a minority of people go through. And I've made it. But it's because I chose to make it. I was thinking about that this morning. Bear with me. I was thinking about that this morning. I joined a support group for my disease 12 years ago. And the lifespan is not great. The prognosis is poor, let me tell you. But I made a choice that I was not going to focus my attention and give energy to this disease. I chose to take this hospice experience and focus on writing for my children. I wanted to leave something behind that they would have of me. An NDE is a near-death experience. So I wanted to make sure that my children would have something of me. I put all my effort and energy into writing incessantly, like what I thought about life and love and money and nature, everything. Okay, so I was writing and not focusing on my illness. And by doing that, by focusing my time and attention and energy on other things besides the fact that I was going to die, that brought me through hospice. Okay, that not many people make it off of hospice. I don't know how I did because seriously, I'm going to tell y'all, I had a patch, a fentanyl patch. I was taking 60 milligrams of oxycodone every 3 hours. And on top of that, they were squirting liquid morphine into my mouth every 2 hours. I decided that I would stop those pain medications because I wanted to feel what my disease had put into my body. And boy, did I feel it. Boy, did I feel addiction. Boy, did I feel every single thing that a person can feel. And let me tell you, when I decided that I was going to use that pain for purpose, it changed the entire trajectory of my life. It changed my perspective. It changed my outcomes. It changed everything. And whenever I came off of hospice, I had already felt like I was living like I was dying. I thought I was making some really good choices about life and like putting time and energy into my belief system. And when I actually died, I realized that everything that I had been taught to believe was wrong. I was shown the world and more. I was shown universe. I was shown myself. I was shown other humans. And We are more than our physical bodies. I was thinking about my support group, going back to that. I was thinking about how many friends in that group that I have lost. Some because they fought like hell and gave it everything they had to give and just couldn't keep up with it. Others gave up and chose to say, this is too much for me. And if that's your choice, it's fine. It's okay. That's your choice. Everyone's on a different journey, so no one can tell you what's right for you. So it has been brought to my attention that many people are expecting to say this consent revocation one time and think it's one and done. You have to fight like hell. You have to choose it every single day. You have to think about, you're not going to participate in that. And even if it looks pretty and shiny and is tied up in a nice little package, you can't choose that anymore because you revoked it. You rebuked it. You got rid of it. And so what I'm saying to you today, I finally figured out why this consent revocation is so important. Because it gives us a choice. Things are fixing to happen and you can revoke consent. It's as simple as that. But when you choose this, you have to know deep within yourself that it's a choice every day. I'll give you for example. When you are in an abusive relationship, it's not abusive 100% of the time. You can choose to stay whenever it's not, and you can choose to go back, but it's your choice. And there are consequences to those choices of participating in an abusive relationship. Sometimes we feel like we need that partner. There's a codependency there that's very toxic and unhealthy. I hope y'all are all feeling what are you speaking about our choice to stay here based on what is coming? Yes. I'm telling you right now that we can consent to what is going to happen and we can take part in it, or we can revoke it and choose to take care of ourselves and our family and choose the highest good of all. The Creator of all things does not owe us anything. The Creator of all things wants us to create the reality that we want and we desire. Together, when we seek great change, we see great change. So, I want, again, to offer you the choice to choose the highest good for yourself. Because when you choose the highest good for yourself, then you choose it for everyone. Because we are all connected. If one of you today hears me and sees my truth and my knowing, and you understand that I'm speaking with light and love and deep intention, and you understand that we're connected, then this is important. My Father has given me this consent form. This is all I have. This is all I have. So I know that this is doing something, that this is making a difference. No matter how small the changes may seem, I know that it's making a difference. So today, if you choose, you have to choose this daily. This is like a diet. This is not a one and done. This is not take a shot and you're going to be cured for life. It's not a magic wand. It's something that you have to choose every day. It's something that you have to know within yourself that this is protection This is, you're choosing the best for yourself. You're revoking all the programs, all of the consent that maybe you don't even know that you gave away, that your parents gave away. For instance, my dad made a deal with the devil. He didn't know it at the time. He thought he was, and when I say devil, I mean not a literal Satan. I mean a corrupt person, okay? A corrupt company. A greedy company that my dad didn't even realize was inside a school system. So in the fine print of your parents or your grandparents, there may have been something very subliminal that you agreed to. But today it's our choice to take it back. It's to take back our power, to revoke consent. And you have to understand it's not a magic wand. I know a lot of you are looking for a savior right now. And that's understandable. When we look around, we are looking for anybody. But there's a highest version of ourselves that's connected to the Creator of all things. You have to know that humans are resilient, and we have been designed to get through hard stuff. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Take this choice today with you. We are about to do this consent revocation again. My dad is with us, and he's saying that it's ever so important that we understand it's something that you have to do and adopt into your lifestyle. There will be tests for you to go back to money, to go back to watching what's unfolding. That's just a show. You don't have to consent to it. You don't have to watch it. There will be temptations placed in your path. There will be times when you want to go back to a toxic relationship because you feel like it's safe, or you feel like you need it. But I'm telling you today, that's part of a construct and a program that has been set up to fool you, very cleverly designed over hundreds and hundreds of years. I will, if you message me after this, I will send you a copy. But know that this is not a magic wand, and you have to figure out how this works for you. You have to, whether it's saying it whenever you feel something bubbling back up, fear or misogyny or old systems, old habits, addictions, whatever it is. So if you message me after this and you want a copy, I'll send it to you. But today, I'm giving you a choice right now to choose yourself, to choose the highest good of all. Because when you choose that for yourself, then you choose it for everyone else that's connected to you. And if it's okay with y'all, I would like to go ahead and do this consent revocation with every intention behind it, every ounce of energy that we have, and every amount of knowledge that we have that this works, and we create the reality that we so desperately want. Our ancestors are behind us, and they're desperate to be heard. And this is all I have. So I know that with this consent revocation, this is protection if you choose it and do the hard work. If I put it up, it's backwards. So see, like it's backwards for the words, I think. But I will definitely read it with y'all and with the intention that we hold as a collective today. And I know some of y'all are tired of doing this, but this time it's done right with the understanding and the knowledge that we have to choose this every day. It's not a magic wand. It's not a magic code. It's nothing that we can say one and done. It's something that we have to choose for ourselves every day. It's like I've been on a weight loss journey, okay? And I've had to choose healthy choices every day. We have to choose healthy choices every day. We have to choose what we intake because it's so important. And after this, I want to talk to y'all about one more thing that's extremely important. But let's do this consent revocation, okay? This is a contract revocation for healing, evolution, and removal of unknowing consent. I, Erica Northam-Smith, along with everyone in this group today, hereby revoke all agreements, contracts, and permissions, whether explicit or implicit, that I have unknowingly or unconsciously entered into in this lifetime or any other, which have allowed the imposition of negative programs, energies, or influences upon my being. By the power of our divine will and inherent sovereignty, we cancel and dissolve all bindings, vows, or oaths that no longer serve our highest good. We release ourselves from all limiting or harmful beliefs and agreements that restrict our healing, growth, and evolutionary process. We now sever any connections to any force, system, or entity that has sought to manipulate, control, or limit our full potential, whether through fear, guilt, shame, or any other program. We call back all energy, power, and essence that has been taken away from us, knowingly or unknowingly, to be restored in our balance, peace, and alignment with our truest selves. We stand in our full power and declare that we are the sovereign creators of our own experience. We embrace our healing and evolution, stepping forward into a space of freedom, clarity, and self-love. With gratitude and clarity, we invoke our highest selves, our guides, and the divine to support our process of healing, clearing, and restoring our true essence, free from any past entanglements. We ask now that any contracts or programs that are not of our highest good be neutralized, erased, and dissolved in any and all timelines, dimensions, and realities. And so it is. Okay. I need 1 second to regain my thoughts here. We can do this. We have done this. I am shown that we survive no matter what they throw at us. They don't understand why their programs and controls are not working anymore. And it's because of us. It's because of this moment, this time and space. This revocation. We are taking back our power. We call it back. Now, I want to tell you something that's extremely important for you to know going forth. You are a powerful creator. You are meant to create your own reality. You have been so far removed from everything that we need to be paying attention to. Our ancestors, our knowledge of the land. You can make it through anything. You are strong. You are magical. You don't even understand because so many programs have been designed. So many shows have been set up to make us think that magic is over the top. Magic happens around us every day. We just have to look. We have to look and find the glimmers and the hope. We are the hope. We are the bridge. Another thing that I want to tell you, it's extremely important what you intake. Music, media. I have been shown that there are prophets who have seen the same things that I have, but they are not speaking out of light and love. They are speaking from a place to cause fear and reactions. Our reactions are extremely important. We have to choose this every day. We can't revert or regress no matter what it looks like, no matter what we see, no matter what's done. It all has to happen exactly like it's going to happen in order for justice to be served, in order for the land to heal, and in order for humanity to heal. It all has to happen exactly like it will. But by revoking consent, you take back your control and your power and your participation. There will be spiritual gurus and prophets who profit off of fear. And I feel like I need to tell you all this because, Thomas, thank you. You have to go no contact with everything that harms us. And it has to be a daily choice. There will be big profits who earn big green from fear. There are messages in there. There will be big profits who profit and gain big green from fear. Do not do that. Don't let that happen. If a prophet or a spiritual guru works for Merrill Lynch or is telling you to invest in a coin or an NFT, know that that person is not speaking truth and light and love. That person is trying to keep you fearful and divided and conquered and controlled. That person has inside information because of their money and their wealth, not their connection. Please know this. I am grateful for each of you listening to me, and I'm not saying that there's one person that you should listen to. I'm saying that you have to be careful about what you're taking in. You have to be careful who you're listening to. If you want to know who is speaking with light and love, then look them up. If they have a profile where they work for one of the top global corporations of the world, then that person has a vested interest in what they were saying. Think about it. Dig deep. Be vigilant. Be hyper aware right now. It's so important. I've been shown things all along, and there are messages all on my page that tell you everything that you need to know. Yes, it's ridiculous because it's hidden in a poem, but it's there. It is there. I have felt an urgency and a desperation and this weight that I felt like I needed to save everyone. And I realized I can't do that because It's a choice. But my intention is there. So it's in the ether, right? My intention is there. You have to put your intention out there too. I know that we have power. The people in charge of this country and this, even this world, the earth, have taken and taken and taken and taken more. We cannot. They're less than 1% of the world. And together, if we can form at least less than 1%, think about the power that holds. We have been told that we aren't powerful, that we are unimportant. We are just workers. But let's be thinkers right now. We've been designed and set up to be a nation of workers and not thinkers. Let's take that back today. Let's think deeply and thoughtfully and figure out how you can connect. Figure out how you can heal. It's extremely important to heal yourself right now, and it hurts to heal. If healing was easy, then everyone would do it. But you have to go through it to get through it. And you have to hurt to heal. Everything that you will see, most everything that you will see or that will be reported is part of a show. There are some things that have been designed that are not part of the show, but part of an effort to keep us dependent or make us feel like we're dependent. We're not. We take that back. We revoke our consent and we call power back to ourselves. Now go out and change. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Go today. We all have a fire within us to do the right things, to protect people that we love. Take that, use it, choose it every single day. No matter what happens, no matter what hard shit you have to go through it to get through it and keep going. Now is the time. If you need help, I'm here. I want to offer unconditional love and unwavering support to each of you in this group right now. And I'm here for it. But you have to do the hard work too. You are your own creator. You have to choose it. But I know together, since we're connected, we have the ability and the capabilities. It doesn't matter about the resources. Money's not important. It's another construct. I have been without a home and had a young child. Those were some of the best times in my life because I knew that I could make it through anything. And when you can take that pain and turn it into power, you win. You're a winner. Sometimes life can look bleak whenever you look to the wrong source. Look within yourself. Look all around you. And when you can't find something good, know that you've overlooked something. Find a glimmer. Find the hope. And if you can't find it, then be it. Thomas, am I missing anything? Or are you still here? Look, I know that each of us has this power and ability. Together, when we seek great change, we see great change. We're being given a chance, a literal second chance, right now to course correct and to help the earth heal. It will matter what side you choose. It will matter deeply which side of history you're on. Thank you, Miss Joan. And when things start bubbling up and you feel fear, then ask how you're participating. Where is it coming from? Go deeper. Is it being created? Or is it a fear? Usually at the base root of fear is a fear of death. I'm telling you, death is beautiful. It's nothing to be fearful about. It's sacred. So don't be scared of that. Are you scared of pain? Because pain can be turned into power. But it's hard because we've been conditioned to, we have been conditioned to think that we're supposed to be happy at all times. Well, let me tell you something. Those feelings, even the ones that bring you to your knees, are there for a purpose. They're there to teach you something about yourself. They're there to teach you something about others around you. Okay, this live is short today, but I'll try to upload it on YouTube. Remember, it's a choice every day. Choose it. Don't go back. Don't revert. Don't regress. However, you need to remind yourself of this revocation, that you're taking back your journey and your power and your healing. Know for a fact that this choice, if you choose it every day, it will get you through anything. Anything. And I mean anything. There will be things that happen and you'll wonder to yourself, how can I get through this? You revoke consent. You do not participate in it. You choose the best and highest good for yourself. And so that means choosing it for everyone around you. Now, I want to say this before I end. To recap, be careful what you intake. Media, music, prophets. Be careful what you're listening to. News. Listen to yourself. Listen to your heart. Listen to your intuition, your gut. It's never wrong. There are thousands of neural pathways in your gut. That's why you have gut feelings. Yes, watch out for spiritual narcissists. Watch out for gurus that are greedy. Watch out for somebody who's selling you some oil that will save your life. Don't do it. We take back our power. We are all connected. The next Buddha will not be one person. It will be a collective of people. There will be no more martyrs or sacrificial lambs, because it never does anything. But today, we create change. We choose ourselves. We choose each other as a collective. Now, go out and be the change you want to see in the world. I'll upload this to my YouTube channel later. You are all worthy of healing and love. Buckle up and know that there's something deep within yourself that can make it through anything. I love y'all. Welcome to New Earth.